if I were to give any advice, just, take it day by day. Don't focus on, trying to get to the next level. If it's meant to happen, you're going to get there through hard work and,
Right. I mean,
persistence.
it's
But
experience that, we all have experience playing pro hockey, which is awesome. The money obviously isn't the best, but the experience, you can't replace the experience that you guys have, like that we've all had with buddies in the locker room when you're out, even those potluck dinners, right? It's comical, but it was a great experience. Now we can tell our kids and all that kind of good stuff through experience. We are live. Tom Mealy. We got Devin Brink on the call today. We got a great pucks to property. Tom Mealy, why do we do this?
Good morning, gentlemen. Been a minute. Good to see you both. Dev, thanks for jumping on. Bob, I can hear you through the wall in the other office. It's bothering me, but I'll get over it. Go back to the other one. It's farther away.
Yeah, good. I'll walk through
No, all kidding aside, appreciate you guys being here. Reason we do this, obviously marketing, credibility, but also it's a way for guys to jump on here and kind of see, what we do, what we're all about. We're a hockey office. All of us played at some point in our careers, but it's also an outlet for guys that are kind of on the brink of retirement, that are kind of transitioning into that next phase of life, that really don't know what to do. If they want to get into real estate, we could offer every solution from private lending, mortgages, agents, hard money loans, fix and flip, property management. We've done it all. We have everything under one roof here over at Perch Rock in Connecticut. And Devin coming on today, had a pretty good career, and we know some mutual friends that have kind of put us in contact here today, and we appreciate you being here. But at the end of the day, this is for guys to kind of reach out and have an outlet for the life after the game is done. So we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Let me add that too, Tom. We're also always looking to hire. So if anyone's looking for the life after the sport of hockey, we're here in Connecticut. If you guys want to move to Connecticut, you're in. So anyway, we always offer that. But Devin, so tell us a little about yourself. Obviously, we caught up just a little bit before this call, but tell us a little about yourself.
yeah, absolutely. And first thing, I want to thank you guys for having me on. But I come from, I won't say a small town, but come from Ashburn, Virginia, not really a hotbed for hockey. So younger age, moved up and played prep school hockey for Trinity Pauling. So kind of your neck of the woods.
Yep.
Been in Connecticut,
my
Massachusetts.
son actually visited that. Both my kids visited Trinity Pauling.
Yeah, I visited. Oh, I remember like it was yesterday, just visiting the schools, Loomis Chaffee, Cushing. Ultimately ended up at TP, and then, kind of progressed from there. Played a little junior hockey in Southern New Jersey, and then went to school at upstate New York, SUNY Geneseo, and then spent a few years there. Played for Chris Schultz, and made the move to professional hockey in the Southern Professional League. So parents,
SPH.
yeah. So it was fun. Had a good couple of years, played for the Macon Mayhem, and then ultimately decided needed to shift gears, get into the business route of things. And that's when I actually got my first job as a loan originator with New Day USA. It was through LinkedIn, and kind of just started originating loans. Started out with VA cash out refinances, a little niche market, and then here I am today working for Guaranteed Rate in Chicago, and working with more of the purchase side. So it's been a journey. It's been fun.
All right. So you were an economics major, is that correct?
That's right. So I was always interested in finance. Parents were real estate agents, property management side too. Did a little bit of that. But I think I wanted to get my hands on more of the finance side. I think loans are very cool. There's a bunch of different ones. You gotta really play around with it and see which one fits, each individual.
Yeah. Did you always, so obviously your parents are agents, property managers. What type of properties did they manage?
It was residential.
Okay.
My father still does some commercial real estate, primarily a listing agent. Still, he's back in Maryland, works out of Virginia, Pennsylvania as well. And then my mom went more towards, sales. So she's working for apartments.com and the CoStar Group.
Oh, nice. All right. Very
Yeah.
cool. What does she do there?
So she's a regional manager. So she's, constantly checking in with, some buildings and things like that.
Yep.
But yeah, she's running a team. She's doing really well.
Nice. Very cool. Very good. So you always knew you were getting into some sort of real estate side while you're in school. Did you get approached by any companies to do any summer internships or anything like that? Or did you always kind of have your vision towards this?
No, like it kind of just came up out of nowhere. Again, on LinkedIn, just got a message. I was really looking for like a sales introductory sales position, whether it be business to business or maybe something else. But, real estate always stuck with me. I just didn't know what side of the industry I wanted to, partake in. But, I think it's a great fit and we get to work with a lot of different people. Now I'm on the purchase side, so getting to work with, first time home buyers. It's more of an exciting process compared to your, cash out refinance and things like that. But yeah, we specialize in all of the above.
Cash out refi. Tom, what kind of questions you got? I know you got a bunch of questions there.
Yeah, you played at Geneseo. They're a powerhouse now, Division III. I heard they were in the past too as well, right?
Yeah, no, they're top 5 every year, just about.
Yeah. So you played 4 years there, and then you went to the SB. Let's call it what it is. You didn't have a long career. Was it something by choice that you knew you didn't want to play that long and get into the business world, or did you unfortunately have an injury? Why so short?
Yeah, no, it was short. Ideally, if I could go back and I would love to play overseas in Europe, bigger sheet of ice, probably more suited to my game style. But I actually only played 3 years at Geneseo. COVID cut it short. Had an injury, tore my pec and labrum. But yeah, made the jump. It was the year after COVID where I started playing in Macon. It was a different experience. Maybe not as what I expected, but I was grateful for it. Every day getting to go to the rink, work out, hang in the locker room with the guys. But really, I had to make the move to Chicago eventually. My now fiance became a physician assistant up here. She went to Midwestern University, so it was only a matter of time before I had to come up here and get things going here.
You got sucked in, dude. You got to follow. You got to follow the spouse.
Absolutely.
She from there originally?
No, we met at Geneseo.
Okay.
She ran track and field. She ran the 400-meter hurdles. And yeah, we met my junior year, and then we did long distance for, the majority of our relationship. She came down to Macon, Georgia, as much as she could. She was working as an EMT at that time.
Who's the head coach in Macon when you were there?
So we had a couple. First year was Zach Desjardins.
I had him in Tulsa. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Hilarious. Yeah. I don't know about coaching, but great guy. Zach, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, he's wonderful. He's tremendous. But yeah, they let him go the first year. And then second year was Nick Nieder, one of the longest
Nick Nieder.
P profiles.
I played men's league with Nieder, dude.
Nick's a legend in the minor hockey world. So.
He's from Connecticut, isn't he?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
He was my goalie in men's league, bro. Is he coaching?
Yeah, played on 72 minor league teams in 10
Nick
years.
Is a piece of work.
72.
He's a piece of work.
Yeah.
All right, so you go to Macon. You're there for a couple of years. Was there a pivotal moment where you realized that this is probably the time on when I should, kind of look at what the next step is going to be for me, and kind of walk us through what that felt like, and any advice that you can give to guys that if they are feeling that type of way, probably the right time to rip the Band-Aid off and make the jump. So what was your experience like?
Yeah, so again, going back to, what I expected versus what, the SP was really like, at least for Macon. It was, how they'll take the ice sheet out for various occasions, whether it be, high school basketball tournaments. We had to travel to Columbus for weeks at a time, just to practice, things like that. And it was probably on one of those trips, or maybe, a 3 and 3, where my body couldn't take, the coach bus 6, 7 hours. Um, but yeah, and that's when I decided, I need to start making some real money, so I can make the move to Chicago, and then, you know, have a life from there. But
What were you getting paid? Just curious.
yeah, so at the time it was probably 250, 300 per week.
How the hell do you live, dude? Like, seriously.
Yeah, the thing was they moved us further away from the rink. So that didn't help, paying for gas, and the booster program was incredibly great though. Um, they were probably the best in the league. You got Huntsville up there too, but the way they did things would they would have like a potluck after each game, where they would invite the opposing team and the refs in after.
Yeah, boosters
Um,
in the Section 8 of minor league hockey.
that's right. Yeah, they were great. But no, I think if I were to give any advice, just take it day by day. Don't focus on trying to get to the next level. If it's meant to happen, you're going to get there through hard work and persistence. But just going to the rink, having coffee, watching highlights before practice itself. I always just joke around with some of former teammates, just going back to maybe the bad practices. Coach wasn't having it, slamming a stick, breaking it, javelin throwing it into the stands. Um,
You just didn't
yeah,
want to do it. You just didn't want to do it anymore. That's all it came down to. You didn't want to be around that environment. It was time to move on. Which, kudos to you.
yeah,
You got out sooner than most guys do. So, good job.
And
yeah,
Devin, let me add to that. I mean, it's experience that we all have experience playing pro hockey, which is awesome. The money obviously isn't the best, but the experience, you can't replace the experience that you guys have. Like that we've all had with buddies in the locker room when you're out, even those potluck dinners, right? It's comical, but it was a great experience. Now we can tell our kids and all that kind of good stuff through experience. But let me ask you a question about, you were recruited through LinkedIn, correct?
that's right. Mhm.
So what did you actually put on your, because this is kind of an important question, because we reach out to a lot of individuals trying to hire them here as well. We look on LinkedIn. What did you put in your LinkedIn profile that kind of stood out for that VA cash out refi company?
To be honest, not too much. I mean, I put the open to hire banner. I put my resume up there. Just some skills. Even in some of the summers, I did some of those LinkedIn courses. Um, but it was just, a lot of me reaching out to, some companies, just to, feel what I might like, what might interest me. But I actually did work with Shift Group for a little bit. I didn't actually follow through because that LinkedIn message came in before I could finish. So
It's
I
JR
jumped
Butler,
on.
right?
That's right. Yeah.
We had him on here.
Dude,
Yeah. And they're great.
we actually are talking to him today. This is kind of funny. At literally 3:00 today, got a call with him. He's got a new different product out there in service that he offers on the recruiting side. He's a great dude too. So this is it's kind of funny that you said that, because literally today we have an appointment with him, another meeting with him. Great dude.
Yeah. No, they're awesome. And it's really cool how they work with former athletes, of all sports, and veterans too. But yeah, I learned a lot through, just some of those courses and some of the research they had us do. So that did prepare me. but
Yep.
ultimately it was just, putting myself out there and, just got lucky, I guess.
So let me ask you a question. So, well, how old are you first and foremost?
30.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I see myself here at guaranteed rate, taking more of a senior leadership role, but originating my own business. And that's really what I'm into now, is just working from the ground up. The purchase side, it's all relationship. So getting that business from realtors, real estate agents from this area. I'm only licensed in Illinois at the moment,
Yeah.
whereas my contacts is, I'm sure with all you guys from all over, right? US, Canada. Um, so it's really starting at the roots right now.
So the cool thing about the mortgage industry, because we have buddies that are licensed in all 50 states, because we're part of a lot of masterminds, and what they do, it's literally your own small business. So you're building your book of business, because the money flows obviously up to you as you build your book of business. So it's a really, really great opportunity, especially in the market when interest rates go down. Right, your purchases obviously go up. You have more people buying properties, which is actually really, really cool. So when you go from there, you talk to the shift group. So Tom and I talk about this all the time, your network, right? How have you used your network? Obviously, this is one of them. You're using your network right now. We're hockey dudes. You're going to use this to obviously bring in more business. Hopefully, it works. But how have you used your network throughout the process as a loan originator?
Yeah, I mean, so far it's just one, creating the Instagram team, or the Instagram handle rather, Devin Brink team, and just kind of expanding from there, following real estate agents, following up with them, just starting to make relationships, not really business quite yet, let it prosper, but also just reaching out to a lot of friends and family, right? Just letting them know I made the transition from professional hockey to mortgage loan origination. So if they know anyone purchasing, know anyone looking to refinance, we'd be happy to run some numbers, see if we can help.
But you're only in Illinois right now, correct?
Correct. Mhm.
What is the process to get licensed in other states as well? What process do you have to go through?
Yep. So right now, looking towards New York and then probably Virginia, you know, where I have those connections, but it's pretty simple. I've had, because when I worked at New Day USA, just doing VA cash out refinances, I had about 14 states. And then I moved to a bank up here for
Cool.
about a year. We had all 50, which is different licensing. But yeah, it's just applying for those licenses and, doing continuing education.
Very nice. Very nice. I know, Tom, you have some, we keep it about 22 minutes. I know we're coming towards the end. So, Tom, what else we got?
I just want to hear about your day to day. I want to hear about, kind of what is like making the transition, going from the very, rigid schedule of, literally eat, shit, sleep, go to the rink, go to the bus, nap, do this, do that. Like what was your transition like? Because I think that's what a lot of guys have struggle with, is finding that purpose and that structure for the next phase. So walk us through your day to day, and finally, what can we do to help you, with your brand, your business, and eventually, hopefully, if you get in those other states, just keep us posted. Maybe we can do something together.
Yeah, absolutely. Day to day is just, trying to fit in a workout, whether it be morning, afternoon, really depends. But just making some loan anniversary calls, people we've helped out with their purchases, refinances, check in on them, see if a refinance makes sense in this market. Or if they're, looking to purchase investment properties, primary residences, and then kind of shift gears towards actually originating loans, turning those applications into pre-approvals, maybe submit them if they, found the contract. And then a lot of it's just follow up and kind of brushing up on all the different products we have, which is great. We do, really everything from VA to DSCR, bank statement loans. So a lot of portfolio products we have to offer.
Nice. Well, it's great having you on. Where could people find you if they want to look you up and do some business?
Yeah. So just rate.com. And then we can search Devin Brink. I think it's rate.com, devin.brink.
Cool. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Devin, thank you very much. I know there's a lot. Do you guys, just the last question, do you do work with investors as well that buy and hold properties?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because
Absolutely.
there's a big investor base, obviously in Chicago area and Illinois area that you could definitely tap into. So let us know if we could help in any way. We could send some people over your way, and we appreciate it. Thanks for your time, Devin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.